Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Borderline Hooligans podcast. To the left of me is Aaron.
Oh shit, I got over the fucking mic.
To the
Yeah,
left of
thanks.
him is Brennan.
Ahoy, hoy. This thing is terrible.
Then why'd you buy it?
Actually, my uncle left it at my house, so I had to. I felt obliged to drink it.
On the other side of the table here, we have Alex.
Yay.
And I am Brady. Welcome to the podcast.
Drinks
This has
up,
an
my
odd
friend.
flavor. I'm just trying to. Oh, jeez.
Sounds like it's terrible.
A toast.
This is
Yeah,
to
so.
Brennan's shitty drink.
Yeah, so.
cheers. Iced tea, motherfuckers.
So Cameron so desperately wants us to get a mic so he can be on the show sometime.
Oh,
Because
Okay.
he's mad jealous about it. And literally like 5 minutes before he started, he texted me, "Do you guys remember playing Aero Roulette at Brady's house?"
Oh.
Were you there for that, Alex?
I don't think he
Um,
was. Actually, I think.
I don't think I was.
Okay, Austin.
I can't remember.
Shorty
a
was
whole lot of
involved.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay. Was this at the Labor Day party?
No.
No.
Then I probably wasn't there.
It was me, Brennan, Aaron,
Unless it was
Cam, Shorty.
last day of school.
No, it would have been just those people he mentioned, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I think you're the only one that wasn't there. But I had this bow and arrow that my dad had found from work. I don't remember. Does anybody remember about how old we were?
We were not quite high school age yet, I don't think.
I'd say I'm thinking like 6th grade.
It was before high school, I know that.
Maybe you 6th grade?
But yeah, I guess you guys were grade below, but
That sounds about right.
I'm thinking around that era.
Maybe
so
6th and 7th grade.
yeah, somewhere in there. But this like very small compound bow, and I used to turn these canes you would get from like the local carnival that you could win in the ring toss thing,
Mhm.
and I would sharpen the end and turn them into arrows, and then put a little notch in the back or whatever. And we decided it'd be a good idea to try to play arrow roulette.
A swell
know.
idea.
You know, because we all just watched the fucking Grown Ups movie and we
Yeah.
thought it'd be fun.
It was a great plan.
Now, for Alex in the audience not being there, we added one little thing into that we didn't mention. It was at night.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you could just stand there and then run when you seen it was coming your way.
Just kind of stood there.
You just kind of stood there. We're all still here, so I guess
Nothing went that
it turned out
terribly
okay.
wrong.
There was one instance I remember where it landed straight up and down in the ground next to Shorty.
Yes, that's when
That's
I
about
was
the
thinking of.
closest it really got. Like, I think it was windy that night, maybe.
Yeah, this thing, it was windy too, so that added to the level of variance that we didn't really know where it was going to land at.
Yeah, a lot of them didn't really land a whole lot near us, but we just stood in a circle and just got it up in the air several times. I mean, we did it for a while,
Yeah.
Longer than we should have.
definitely. I think maybe, like, the arrows sucked. Okay, they didn't fly straight. They didn't have, like, feathers on them to make
Mhm.
them fly straight up and down.
Yeah, they wouldn't have done much. I mean,
But I think
they would have
that
hurt.
I think I remember somebody like getting tapped with it sideways or something one time, but it wasn't like the time where it landed straight down.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would have sucked if that would have hit somebody. Oh, fuck me.
If you insist.
Nobody got hurt. That was the best part
That's
about
good.
that.
That's
But
good.
definitely.
For all of you listening, just be prepared. This episode is going to suck because none of us have anything to talk about. And
There's
I'm
no-
glad Cam was looking out for us because otherwise we'd have nothing to talk about. So,
We can
Brady,
rant about random things.
rant
can.
about random things.
Well, I did have a
Random ranting time.
If you guys felt like it.
It's almost like it's planned.
almost like it's
This is a
planned.
setup.
No.
I know.
I'm just asking. I was going to ask you, like, hey, what really pisses you off?
What grinds your gears?
Oh
grind
man,
your gears
I remember when
segment.
that was a meme, big meme.
How about instead of asking us what grinds our gears, the other three tell each person what they know grinds their gears.
So you want me to tell you what grinds your gears?
Yeah.
Like, see if you can guess, I guess.
No, like, because we all annoy the crap out of each other, right?
Yeah.
So we all know what grinds each other's gears.
Well, I know Brady's a germaphobe, so
It's not really that kind of germaphobe.
It's more
It's
like
not
if
the
I would
fear of sickness. It's more of the fear of
unclean eating.
uncleanliness. Yeah, like I don't know. I won't eat if I won't use my hands to eat if I have done something.
It's wrapped. You gotta like open it up, touch it, and then he won't eat it.
And that probably wouldn't bug me. It's a certain. I don't know. It takes a certain amount.
Oh.
Alex absolutely can't stand when I show him things I've welded.
It's because at this point it's the same like 10 things, and it's just
And then
getting
anytime I
annoying.
do anything new welding wise, he literally walks up right after I've done it. He blatantly knows I've welded it. And then I point it out to him anyways.
Brady, don't stop.
It's the best thing ever.
Keep doing it,
Stop.
please.
I'm a big fan of it because I'll just be like, Alex, come here for a second. Come on, come here. And I'll
Oh,
just like,
okay.
I'll wait till he gets there and I'm like pointing at it the entire time. And I'm like, I welded that. And he'll be like, shut the fuck up.
I have never
That's
gone
actually
shut the
hilarious.
fuck up. It's just more like,
No, I'm pretty sure you have.
no, I haven't. I'm 100% sure I haven't told you to shut the fuck
No,
up.
I'm pretty
when
sure
said
you
it.
did that one time.
I would not doubt that.
Oh, I
I
know.
know.
I think it was the time I showed you the inside of the baler one several
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Because it wasn't like. So he went in the baler to weld and told me to go check on him. And he saw us coming up. He's like, come here, come here, come here.
The classic.
And he's welded like 2-3 times in that baler. So I knew he was going to point one out. But this time he had to point out 2.
Well, the both of those. You know, like every time.
I can tell you what grinds Brennan's gears. Non-alcoholic Budweiser.
Oh,
Well, you know what else really grinds Brennan's gears? Is the Pens are out of the Stanley Cup.
not really. I mean,
That's been like a month ago.
I know. I guess, well, I haven't thought about it.
He's over it.
that's the thing.
He
If,
just got over it, but he's over it.
that's the thing. If you like sports, if you actually follow your team, you're used to things like that happening. So it's not like it's a big deal, really.
He should have heard me when the fucking Bengals lost in the Super Bowl, dude.
I heard my brother and his
Yeah.
girlfriend. That was enough. That made me happy.
I'm glad that you're happy.
I could have done some horrible things that night and not given a fuck.
Damn.
You probably could have. I was there. Yeah.
I know it grinds Aaron's gears. Sound of my voice.
Going on and on and on and on.
And not shutting the fuck up!
That's more than. I mean, I think that's it more than anything else.
Is
And
that you?
fucking Baron over here.
Definitely grinds
That's
Aaron's gears.
He's just
He's just here,
chilling.
man.
He doesn't fucking say anything.
He's waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
Okay, when the fuck's that gonna be?
Who knows?
Only him.
You know, it's like that free falling in the forest thing.
Boy, be nice to him.
It's like Toy Story. As soon as you walk out of the room, he says whatever he feels.
Oh, yeah.
He probably like humps your mic because he hates you.
Good. I hope he does.
Yeah, that beer you licked off your mic, that wasn't beer.
Oh no!
You know what grinds my gears? Fucking Bush Light.
Why are
Why?
you drinking it?
Because somebody left it in here, so I'm gonna drink it.
Know what they say.
Hey,
Alex's
Bree.
favorite type of beer.
Free.
Bree, that's practically water. Drink that.
Practically water.
It is.
Hey, this. You could drink this. You want to finish that?
Yeah, why didn't you even offer it to me? Come on.
You didn't even ask.
Doesn't have alcohol in it,
It
right?
does not.
It has a little.
Oh, it's the only one in there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the only one.
Those wondering, we have a mini fridge in here now.
Upgrades, people.
Upgrades.
Does does Budweiser Zero have like 0% alcohol, or so like Bush NA where there's still some?
It said 0% on the can.
I believe it did.
And maybe they're
Yeah.
not like Bush NA. Bush NA never made any sense to me.
Only 50 calories.
Jesus.
Yes, 0% alcohol.
Okay, at
And
least
0 grams sugar, too.
that's the one that bugs me about Bush NA. They're like non-alcoholic, but
This is like
there's
water.
a little bit of alcohol in it.
Would you like a bush water?
Bush.
I gotta admit, I was gonna do a prank on you tonight. Not necessarily a prank, but I forgot to do it. I texted these two guys on Saturday. This is what you were confused about at the bar.
Okay.
Yes, we went to the bar this last weekend. We're alcoholics. Shut the fuck up. Anyways,
I don't think we were alone in that. I'm sure most of our listeners did
We
too.
we also don't go to the bar that often.
But we
Yes.
are alcoholics. So
Yeah.
some here more than others, but
I would-
that's
Yeah.
different.
we just like to
Also
drink
like-
at home.
I would also like to say, as a person who doesn't drink, you can still go to the bar and have a good time and not drink.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's false. That's false. You can't do that.
Brennan, what the
disagree.
fuck do you know? You never tried it, you asshat.
Exactly. Well, I don't want to try that.
But anyways, I was gonna fucking take a can and I was gonna fucking write Brady's vegan water on it, and then I was gonna take another can and put Brady's vegan tears on it, and I was gonna drink that one
Okay.
because you called yourself a vegan.
I didn't call myself a vegan.
You pretty much said I'm a vegan. I heard you say it.
I compared.
Listen to the last episode, Brady,
I know what I said. It was a comparison.
and you
but
called yourself a vegan.
Yes.
for legal reasons, definitely not a vegan.
For legal
Reasons.
I know. I'm just
What does
kidding.
that got to do
It's-
with anything?
Yeah, I know.
Boo.
So what do you want to talk about?
We could talk about Alex's new find from today.
This new find.
His new find. What do you find?
He's joined the club finally.
Yeah, I found a go-kart.
Hey.
This kid's got a go-kart,
Oh,
and it's a
Jesus
hell of a
Christ.
project.
The motor's not even mounted onto the
Like-
frame.
So
Oh.
he tried to pull start this motor twice, and the guy was like, "Yeah, it runs if you're still gonna keep it or whatever." And like after he pull started, he kind of lifted up the engine a little bit because you could tell it was loose, and then the entire engine just came off the plate.
Nice.
Like the engine bolts are still there; there's just no nuts on them.
Also, it's not like it takes that much to
No,
fucking
it-
reattach it.
All the
just-
stuff on it I seen looks pretty fixable, but
I mean, it's literally put a chain on, put a belt on, bolt a motor down, and it
it's all
should be
still
good
there
to go.
actually too. The only part he's missing is like the passenger side seat, which
He said he took out and threw away. So
I mean, most of them 2-seater go-karts.
Next time we come by and do this fucking podcast, there's gonna be all sorts of ruts in his fucking yard from him whipping that shit around. His yard is gonna be fucking destroyed.
I already told him I'd come over and help him work on it.
Race him. You're gonna drive your
Hell
go kart over
yeah.
here.
Yes.
Take him down the fucking bike path around here.
My red one, I could drive here. It'd be a long drive, but I could drive here.
be a long drive.
That would take you a bit.
I mean, it's a little less than 15-minute drive by car. So
probably be
and
45.
the go-kart goes 25.
Yeah, it'd be
Oh.
like 20, 25 minutes.
It wouldn't be terrible. Be kind of scary probably,
Maybe 40.
Why'd it be scary?
because I am driving a non-road legal vehicle that is very small compared to a car.
How many cops you see on these back roads around here lately?
Actually, I've not seen a cop from here to
Well,
my
if he
house.
puts slow moving vehicle sign on it, 100% legal,
you gotta
Is that
stay under
100%?
35 or is it 25?
35.
35.
And he said it only goes.
25. And I've never tried on the pavement. It could go a little faster on pavement. I'm not sure.
Is there a speedometer on it?
No, I use my phone.
What do you do? Open Snapchat?
No, they have speedometer apps. I used to use them here and there when I was bored. I had this one for my phone way back when that you put on the dash and it flipped it on your screen so that it
Yeah.
actually would you could see it on your windshield.
Oh yeah.
So it was kind of in your field of view a little better. I don't know, it was neat.
That reminds me of football. I think I was like a sophomore, freshman. One of the kids in your class, we talked about him last week. He took a Snapchat video and he put the speedometer on it. Bus driver, who was our coach, 82 miles an hour.
Ah, nice.
You guys can
man.
probably guess what coach that was.
Yeah.
Does he have a lisp?
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
All right.
Yeah.
I guessed that one pretty easily.
He was like, you might die.
So me and Alex used to ride the same bus, and our bus driver has been driving bus for, I think he's like the longest running in this county. And he used to drive my dad to school.
I think he just retired.
I think, yeah, I did just hear recently. I think he might have retired.
I think
Actually, this time, like
Actually,
he
this time,
actually
yeah.
I'm
traded.
pretty sure I saw it on Twitter.
He used to drive my dad to school, and my dad is gonna be 52 years old coming up. So
It's a long time driving bus.
yeah. Well, his son also drives bus. Well, when he drives bus, it's terrifying. He has a
Oh, yeah.
lead foot, and he just whips it. I remember a kid in Alex's brother's grade, a little bit younger than us. They heard during like a kind of a snowy, icy day that they were gonna have him as a substitute bus driver, and they were literally crying.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Like his driving's terrible. I've been actual like almost car sick being in the vehicle when he's like being in the bus when he's driving.
Really?
It's just like drive.
It's not like
road,
bad
or-
driving. It's just like he hits the gas really hard and the brake really hard. It's not very smooth. It's
He-
very
He goes
shaky.
through brakes way faster than anybody else that drives a fucking bus. It's like every goddamn 3 months. Like, bro, slow the fuck down.
Yeah,
Can't
he-
say I've ever ridden on a bus driven by him. So I've no
we had him
idea.
as a sub though, probably because his dad was, filling in for his dad, I guess.
Hmm.
Which our bus driver, he's had to have numerous knee surgeries from driving bus for so long.
Oh, you know how those fucking pedals really get to your knees.
I remember whenever we the buses stopped having like the manual door opens and they
Mhm.
had like the air openers. I was like, this is witchcraft. Like, how does that even work?
That's
then-
when we lost bus 10.
Yeah. Rip in peace, bus 10.
Busting 9 crew
Bus 9.
You two rode the same bus and us two rode the same
until
bus.
what? Like
Jeez, because
7th or 8th grade?
yeah, I got switched to a different bus because they finagled the route around, so another bus was coming through town. So I got on that one in like 7th grade. Then I was on there for 8th grade too. And then I went back to bus 9, but then you were gone already because your older brother started driving.
Yeah. I remember my older brother getting in a fight with one of the neighbor kids at the bus stop.
Oh, I remember all that kind of stuff from back then. That was kind of it kind of got heated a few times there.
Yeah, that whenever they actually fought, that kind of drew the line of us going to the same bus stop.
How many people would like meet up at your bus stop?
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
there's like 8 or 9 of us.
Yeah, because like, I mean, you can kind of think of the families that would be going to that bus stop.
Mhm.
So pretty much everyone that could walk there did. Everyone like right that little bit there
I never understood that as a kid because, we live
in the middle of nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere, so walking somewhere to have the bus pick you up wasn't really an option. I have to walk like quarter mile to
At
the
that point,
nearest.
you might as well just fucking walk your ass to school.
Well, you had to walk, what, 300 feet out of your house?
Not even that.
Yeah. I
Depending on
mean,
if it's-
I had to walk at least down the lane. It was at least a sixth of a mile long.
You always acted like your lane was super long as a kid, but it really.
It's
Not
not.
that
It's just
bad.
longer.
And then you look across the road at your neighbor's lane, and it's
I want to buy his place so bad.
2 times as long.
I know. It'd be awesome to have that long of a lane.
That's
Too-
the guy that
too
used to
long.
complain about it all the time.
I had to walk it then. Now I just hop in a
Drive.
car. I never walk to the end of the
You
lane.
still go to
Go
school?
kart,
You still go to school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. Just
I
had
thought
to
you were on a
revisit the
list,
old-
Alex.
Good old days.
I thought you were on a list.
What list?
No, maybe not the podcast.
For
Eric,
legal
could you,
reasons, that's a joke.
Catch me a real beverage out of here, please.
I was gonna make a
Thank you,
joke
sir.
that I have to
Dankeschön.
redo school every single day. Something.
You had a what?
Nothing. Never mind.
Well, I have a story written down that we were noted to talk about
Please.
Shut the fuck
Brennan.
up.
Anything.
Damn.
really. You guys are
Alright.
gonna sit here in silence if I don't say anything. So
Yeah.
It's Brady's
Jesus.
turn to bring
I don't
something
have
up
to
the
tell the
podcast.
story.
Just start fucking talking.
That's about the time that Brennan and 2 other guys decided to go to a party.
Well, didn't we
and-
talk about this last time?
No, we talked about talking about it.
Oh, so we've talked about talking about it.
So-
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
We never told the actual story,
Yeah.
goddamn it.
I see.
We got
Okay,
towards the end
so
of the
does that
episode and never
mean
really fully
now
talked about it.
we're talking about talking about it?
All right,
Pretty
stop
much,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
So let's just talk about the fucking story.
So Brennan, I'll let you introduce the story on this one.
I mean, what more is there to say?
Oh
I
my
mean,
god, just someone
know.
start fucking talking.
two of us wanted
Hey, oh yeah.
I didn't mean like that, Alex. God damn it.
I mean, the 3 of us wanted to go to a party. One wasn't working. 2 of us were, and we went. Alcohol was involved, obviously. I got a little fucked up, and we got back. And I still wanted to go home. I wasn't gonna stay there for some reason. Struck me didn't want to stay for some reason. But I'm out there, and I'm like throwing up in this guy's driveway.
He was literally hanging out of his car, like one hand on the ground, and then he was still sitting in the seat of his car.
Oh shit, I forgot about the best part. The one guy, the other guy, wanted to get drive-through. So we're going through a drive-through, and I was throwing up in the drive-through as well.
I did not know that.
Who the fuck were you with?
I was with
Oh,
drove
okay.
His
wanted
car.
to get my
Your
car.
car?
Yes, he drove my car.
Well, at that point, he had that fucking Ranger, or it was like a single cab pickup,
I have
wasn't it?
no idea what he had.
I'm not sure what he had at the moment.
But yeah, so then
I don't think
What?
he was. I don't think he had anything at the moment. That was still when we had to pick him up.
what happened after that? I wanted to go home. My car was there, obviously. So our one buddy drove me home in my own car, and Brady followed us, picked our buddy up, brought him back to his house, and I don't
Well,
know,
actually,
you remember this part?
I
obviously.
specifically said, like both of us, before we left your house, we like left you in the passenger seat of your car, and we were like, "Do you want help to the house?" And you said, "No, I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit."
I'm fine.
And we were like, "Are you sure that you don't want help to the house?" And he's like, "I'm sure. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit, and then I'll go in the house." And then I remember I woke up the next morning. First thing I did was text him and be like, "Hey, did you make it in the house fine last night?" And he texted me back, "No, I fell out of my car in the driveway and had to text mom to come get me up."
I remember that.
I remember asking him, like, "Are you serious?" Like, I figured he was.
Okay, was that the drunkest you ever been?
Oh my. No.
Drunkest you ever been? Tell me right now.
Oh no, I can't. I can't tell that story.
Why not?
Not tell that one.
Why not?
Nope.
I'll tell you a story when the drunkest I ever got.
Well, I'm just. Well, think about it.
You can start with yours, Aaron.
TikTok, motherfucker.
We can cut this all
Oh,
out.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
Oh
All
my
right.
You can tell your own
God,
story.
Jesus.
All right,
If you're
I'm-
gonna
All
do
right,
something
all
like
right,
that.
fine. My drunkest time ever being drunk. There.
Tell me.
Do you guys remember Dickel?
Oh, fuck me. I know exactly where this is going. Oh,
I
shit.
think all 4 of us know exactly where this is
I
going.
think this is only a me and you thing, bud.
Is it?
I
have no
don't think
idea.
either one of these guys were there for that.
Yeah, I don't. I remember possibly hearing this, but
Do you remember the nights being up in that loft?
Oh God.
Do you remember the card game we invented?
So car getting what?
The card game we invented?
Oh yeah.
We
So
gotta play that.
we do gotta play that. I don't.
So,
you
uh,
explain the game.
okay, so what it was, we nailed a playing card to a wall, and then what you did was you threw a dart at it. If you hit the card, you got to choose somebody to drink. If say you had like the 10 of diamonds, if you hit a diamond, everybody got to drink, and then if you hit the 10 itself, I think you won or something like that. I forget.
No,
I
I
forget
think
exactly how it went.
it was. I think it was if you missed the card, you had to take a drink. If you hit the card, you got to give a drink to one person. If you hit a diamond, everybody else drank. and then
Didn't we do something with the number?
I'm trying to think. I think if you hit the number, we change the card.
Oh, probably.
Because if we had a 10 of diamonds, you hit the 10, you go to the deck, go 10 cards down, put the deck back together, shuffle it, and hang that card up.
Yeah, you'd be really lucky if you got a fucking ace up there.
Oh no, you didn't take the 10 down. Remember that was adding cards.
Oh yeah, we never took them down. We just added them.
Yeah,
Oh my god, we got so fucked up playing that.
we did.
We'd be up there until like fucking 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah, this was
Like some
uh he who should not be named
I know you're
lost.
talking about.
Yeah. Up there. We had a dip wall.
oh my god.
I
yeah.
remember
We had
this.
a pisser. Like we
It was
made a
just
pisser
hole-
out
it
of
was just
gutters.
a hole in the fucking floor.
Yeah, but we had gutters that let it outside.
Did we?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I remember you guys playing this game, but not in that loft. I remember you playing at your house.
Yeah, we played it at my house at one time that I had a party.
That was the first time I ever got drunk, was up in that loft.
Nice.
I was the ripe age of 14, 15.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
You
I was only
been,
up in that loft one time.
You would have been 14.
14.
Yeah.
So there's no problem with it now. I mean, we're all legal now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's all in the past. It's not
Yeah.
like-
I mean, what are you going to do about it?
exactly.
I'm a criminal.
I want to say most of these stories would probably be from that time frame.
Yeah.
Or
The
legal.
drunkest I ever got was junior year prom. The party was about quarter mile to a half mile away from my
Yep.
house. Just a short walk for Brennan.
Yep.
But then,
as long as
I'm-
you made it across the bridge, otherwise,
yeah.
you were good.
Yeah, I made it across. All I remember is that I played beer pong with Crown Apple Straight.
Oh yeah.
I remember I tried playing darts at like 6:30 in the morning, and then I want to say I hit the guy's knee that I was playing against,
Oh.
or I hit close.
Nice.
I threw that. I'm like, I don't think I should play. I'm pretty fucked up. And the guy's like, hey, I don't blame you, man. I'm pretty fucked up too. And then I think it was about 7:30. It was about 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. I started walking home. Before I got to the bridge, blue chunks. I got to the
Oh.
churchyard, blue chunks
Oh,
again.
man.
I made it all the way to the other side of the church. Then I blew chunks one more time. And then I went inside. I passed out next to the sump pump, which I did not know I did. And I woke up 30 minutes before I had to go to work. And that was at 4 o'clock.
Mhm.
And it took me 20 minutes to get to work.
Nice.
So that guy took a dart to the knee and gave you advice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's actually a pretty good story when you get right down to it.
I don't know why that reminds me of the time that I think it was. I guess it probably would have been a Friday night because I think I had to go to work the next morning. But I literally, I get off my phone, roll over in bed, just get comfortable, and my phone rings.
Jerk off.
It's
Yeah.
Brennan, and Brennan's like, "Hey, I was just at a graduation party, and the cops came and busted it. Can you come pick me up?" It was just down the road from my
When-
house.
when
That's why he
was
called
this?
me. Would have been one year you guys graduated.
It
so.
was
Oh,
Nick
okay.
Bruns.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was just right down.
So I was just down the way, so it wasn't like
yeah.
I had to, drive out of
So
my
what's
way.
up
really.
with you and going to parties that get busted all the time, Brennan?
Actually, that's only happened where I've been drinking.
Twice?
Well, I actually, I think about it, it happens more often. I mean, it has happened in a while.
Brennan, is there a fucking GPS in your shoes? What the fuck's
No.
going on?
Actually, it's only happened where I've been drinking 3 times.
Is the other one the one he was at too?
Like you just over here.
No, just over there.
I wasn't drinking at the old place. That time that the cops showed up there.
Talk about shorties?
Yeah,
No, that was not that. The Halloween party.
yeah, that one.
Okay.
So we were both
The one where
there.
everybody got a warning.
So then
Weren't you at the state Boys
I was going to
basketball?
talk about that one. I'm not sure if we can talk about that kind of thing with all that, but like, it's funny now to think about it.
I mean,
because
we don't give names. It's not like anyone's gonna catch
well,
on.
there's
If
not
it
many
gets
names
out-
involved.
If it comes out to be too bad, Alex can just cut it out.
So, Zachary Davis said first. So, after we won state, that would have been our junior year,
Would have been 2018.
2018. So, we're having our party, and I have no idea what time it was. It was probably somewhere between about 10 and 11, somewhere there. By the time this was going on, I'd walk outside and piss. So I go outside, and there I am, sitting there, urinating, as one does.
As one does when they drink a lot.
And I'm just looking straight ahead, and it looks like a cop. I mean, I'm just looking, I'm like,
They have their lights on.
is that a cop? Well, the cruiser wasn't there. So, like, how this place was set up was you had this guy's house here. There was kind of a lane that led back
Mhm.
to the barn, and this cop was talking with someone back in the lane there. I forget who it was exactly. I wasn't sure. And then I saw badge flash. I'm like, ah, shit. Well, I'm going to get out of here. So,
Brennan darted.
and a lot of us did. So,
Oh yeah. And then didn't only like 2 people get anything out of that night?
well, yeah, which would have been nice to know before I ran off because it was cold. Like, it was March,
Well,
but
yeah.
March in Ohio, it was cold. So basically, what they ended up doing was if you just left your alcohol there, they didn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
You just leave it there, and then that was it. And then actually, I think most people went back and got it the next day. So
Unless
But
you were
anyways,
the-
I got God damn it.
I spent
have
time.
I have so many good stories about Cam. Fuck you, Cam. I'm telling this one too.
Hold on, I want to tell one.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Like, I was running around this little town basically trying to hide from the cops. I was starting
I got a really good one with Cam.
through
but I'll let-
fields.
I'll let Alex go first.
hiding in behind trees, and all the while, I don't know where I'm at. You know, I only go to this town like to pass through it. Basically, I mean, it's a small ass town, but like I'm calling my ride. You know, I'm trying to give them updates as to where I am. I'm trying to describe, you know, what kind of road I'm on, whatever. Eventually, they found me, but it was quite an evening.
So, you talking about cops reminds me of 2 times that I drove my car away from a party that cops showed up at
Oh,
without even talking to them.
oh wait, I was with you that time. One of those times, at least, I
You
drove
think?
away.
I must be forgetting one. There must be 3 then, because I can think of 2. You might, and tell me if I'm wrong. I just don't think you were there. You could tell me if you're wrong.
I mean, it very well could be that you were at 2 yourself, and then this one you just don't remember. you know?
Yeah.
Because he was fucked up.
Well, one was with the gentleman who was driving your car in the last story. He was talking to a girl from Tiger Town.
There's 50 of them, Alex. Holy shit.
Oh
We'll
my
use our
God.
imagination, all right?
Fine. And so he wanted to go there, and I was the only sober one at the place we were hanging out. He was like, yeah, can you drive me? Blah, 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 blah. And I drove there. And we drove him there, and he was doing this and doing that, whatever, chasing after the girl, whatever. And about like half hour after we showed up, he started getting calls from his dad that his dad was there to pick him up. So he went and hid. And apparently, before his dad came to pick him up, he called the cops. So I started, like, as soon as his dad showed up, I'm like, yep, I'm out. He's the only one I'm responsible for. He's already screwed.
Mhm.
So I started walking my van, and just as I was about to pull out, like, the cars are spread out alongside the road, so it's not all lined up in the lane or anything like that. When I get in my car, I see them pull up, so I just wait to start. They pull in, and I just pull out and go. I just drove away.
Sure as shit, it was a cop,
Sure, she was a cop. The lights were on.
and they didn't follow.
No.
Hmm.
I mean, it was only one car that went in. I didn't see any past me when I was leaving, so
Wait, did they have the lights on going into the house, or did they like go into the house and then turn the lights on
lights on going in.
going
Like,
in?
Just before they turned in the lane, lights went on, and right then's when I got in my car. The other one was with a group of people. I kind of just had a bad gut feeling, and a couple of us did. This was with
Okay.
and her friends.
Mhm.
So I was hanging out with them, and I had a bad gut feeling, and her boyfriend at the time did too. They're like, "Yeah, we're darting." So like 5 of us got in the car. We started driving on the road, and a cop passed us going to the party.
Uh-huh.
All these talks with you and cops. Do you remember when you got pulled over?
Yes, I remember that.
And you had an airsoft shotgun
You're gonna have to
sitting.
sell this one.
Okay.
Oh no.
So it was the same weekend as our local picnic. So cops are normally pretty heavy because people are drinking at the picnic. And I was just driving around picking up everybody because I was one of the few with my license and I had a minivan. So
God damn the minivan.
Yes.
that was the second one. I was
Wait,
picking.
that's the one after the hopper wagon?
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
that was the red one.
Just have to give.
And some of our friends are like 30 minutes away from the main picnic area.
Mhm.
So when we went and picked them up and we were going to a place that was 5 minutes away, that party there, and I turn off state highway, I guess state route, onto a side road, and a cop follows me through the turn. I didn't even realize behind me there's his lights. So I pull over, and first time being pulled over, like 16 and a half,
Nervous as shit.
I was shaking in my boots.
But you
Literally.
were drinking though.
No, I wasn't, but I was getting pulled over
Yeah.
at 16 with 6 people in my van
That's way over.
And
yeah,
beer.
That's way over the
legal
limit. You're right.
at like 12:30 at night. So
Was it that late?
yeah, it was that late.
Was it that late? I didn't
It was
think
that late. It was either 12:30 at night or it was the one that was at like 11:45.
45 minutes is such a big
Okay,
difference. My guy.
continue.
No, but like this sort of thing happened twice. I'm sorry. But so I stopped and freaking out as a kid, blah blah blah, doing license registration, all that fun jazz. And he asked me to step out of the vehicle. So first thing is, I'm normally like, if you guys watch that 70s show, I'm like Eric Foreman driving his car around. I have a bunch of maniacs behind me doing whatever the fuck, beating on things, each other, throwing shit around. And so whenever I wanted them to stop, I had an airsoft shotgun in my door. So I'd pull it out and I'd start shooting them with it. So that was it in my door when I got pulled over and he asked me to step out. So I opened the door. I didn't see this happen because I'll explain in a little bit why. I open the door and go to step out. And according to Aaron, his brother, and other witnesses,
I wasn't there.
you weren't there?
I was not there.
I thought you were.
Nope.
I guess just your brother.
I was waiting for you at the house that we were at,
Yeah.
and we actually saw the sirens from the distance, or we saw the lights.
Yeah. But so was your brother. Apparently, he saw the airsoft gun in the door and went for his gun. But as I went to get out and open the door, I realized I didn't put the car in park. So I had to hop back in, start the car, and put it in park.
Oh
And
my!
that looks real bad
Yeah.
at first glance for any officer.
I have not
Yeah.
heard like the full story of this. I heard that
Holy shit!
the kind of the minor parts of it, but I've never heard the full story here.
Yeah. So when I'm in the car again, he goes up and pulls the thing out of the door, sees that it's an orange tip, and hands it to the back seat and says, "Throw it in the back." And he takes me aside and gives me a good talking to, all this sort of shit. I don't want to go into detail because it's boring.
Right.
But I did think it was funny because in my breast pocket, you know how I put my cigarettes in there. Pack of cigarettes, and the pocket wasn't even closed. You could see the box in the pocket.
You see
Nice.
clear as day. Marble Reds.
Yeah. But basically, he just asked me like what was going on. I told him I'm dropping everybody off. We just left the picnic, sort of thing. We're going this way first because this person needs to be dropped off so they don't get in trouble. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. So he let me off. Told me to just get everyone home safe because 6 people in a car that late at night with that kind of those.
He was looking to give out a DUI right
Yeah,
there.
he
He wasn't
wasn't-
looking to pull
Yep.
over some fucking 16-year-old that had 7 maniacs in the back seat acting like goddamn hooligans.
Did he make you take like a sobriety test or
Nope.
anything? Really?
No.
Like for all
But
he
he
knows,
saw your ID.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, 16 and driving and drunk?
I
Ain't that
mean-
I
stupid."
mean,
for all he knows, you could have been drunk and he still let you off.
Oh, also too, there was a cooler full of beer in the trunk. Like my big cooler, you guys should probably remember, it was full. And he asked me if there was any beer in the car. I told him no, and he
Didn't
just
check.
It didn't check.
All right, you got whatever.
I was probably the most nervous I've ever been my entire life.
Understandably so.
I kind of actually wish that you wouldn't have forgot to put your car in park and the cop had actually started to like pull his gun at you and you got to feel the moment of being like, no. I promise it's not real. Like, I wish you would have got to experience that part. But
To like the most extreme panic that you've
Yes.
ever been in your life.
like, I'm about to
Fuck
get shot
no.
by a
Like your
cop.
heart is
I
about
think-
to fall out
okay.
of your chest.
God, I don't think I would be able to do anything. I would freeze and probably get shot.
Their first instinct isn't to shoot. You wouldn't have
If-
been shot. You would have had a gun pointed at you. That would have scared you shitless.
That's the thing.
True.
But they would not have fired anything unless.
Just
Unless I would have like panicked and reached for it or something.
Yeah. Like, could you
Yeah.
imagine just panic and go to reach for like your door handle or something and like
Oh,
it's right
no.
next to the gun? That could have been bad.
I'd probably be dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't experience that. I'd probably be dead.
You're also probably lucky you live in the area we do. If
Well,
you'd have
this was
been
a
in the
state
inner
cop.
city, I mean,
It was a state
Well,
cop.
still,
I mean, those states aren't from around here, though.
No, they're from like Columbus, Dayton.
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta sneeze. Holy shit. Nope, never mind. I lied. Anyways.
That was quick.
I changed my mind pretty quick, Brady.
shit, I'm
But anyways, so Cam has a good one where it was state. My God, I can't remember. I think it was the second year I did state. We were at state. Maybe my sophomore year. No, junior year. I want to say
It was our junior year. I
Junior
know
year.
exactly which one you're talking about.
And so this party is like half hour, 45 minutes driving distance because no one from our community could have the party, but friends of friends were able to get a party at this guy's house. And it was a hall. And so the guy's dad kicked everybody out at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I want to say.
Oh, it was before that.
Was it before that?
Oh yeah.
So, but he's like, hey, everybody's got to go. Otherwise, the cops are being called. I'm tired of this. And so everybody starts leaving. And then my brother is like, fuck, I don't have a ride. And then my classmate, he's like, hey, I live like 15 minutes driving. It won't be that bad if we walked. He's like, okay. No, it was not 15 minutes. It took them 2 hours through fields at night with no lights. Maybe from their phones if they if they had enough charge that late at night.
In December.
In December, where
Whoa.
it is fucking cold. And oh my God, the blisters he had the next day because he wore his boots, brutal. I was like, man, I'm glad I never was in that situation. I forget who picked me up. I don't remember.
Well, so the reason why this whole thing happened in the first place was because your girlfriend at the time wanted to go home, and our ride took you and her home.
She wasn't with me at that party.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Because Darren took us, and she wanted to go home.
I don't think she was there.
Uh-huh.
No.
She was.
Is this a different party or you guys
wanna
are
say-
thinking
I
of?
wanna
State
say-
party after football, junior year. Our junior year.
I don't remember that.
Yep, that's what happened.
I don't remember her being
I feel like I
there.
remember
Because I
someone else
also-
mentioning this.
Because Darren was also my ride, and I didn't have a ride because of that too.
I don't remember her being there at all.
No, because then every time Kyle saw her, he said, "Hey, it's the girl that made me walk 2 hours home," or something like that. You're the reason why I had to walk 2 hours home, or whatever.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, glad I got out of that. Anyways,
You guys talking about Cam walking through them fields that time reminds me of that time we went toilet papering, and Alex was our driver. Back when you had your green Buick.
Okay.
And we decided we were going to toilet paper this house. I don't remember whose house it was. Somebody we were with knew him and was like, yeah, let's toilet paper this guy. So we start toilet papering this house, and we got him good. And we are just throwing stuff everywhere. And basically, Alex is just going to sit at a local business, just wait. And then whenever we're done, we, run this vehicle and go. Well, then we weren't thinking about the fact that it was about like 2 a.m. and the bars let out at 2. And all of a sudden, a cop goes by. And you're at that age, you're not thinking a cop might not care in the first place if we just hide. We were all just like, cop, crap, just run. And we all just sprinted. And I remember turning around, sprinting towards your vehicle, and then looking, and your vehicle wasn't there. And I was like, oh no, oh no.
They left me. Those assholes.
I don't remember who else was with me. I know Shorty was there, his cousin was there. Otherwise, I'm not sure who else was with us that time.
I don't think I was
I'm trying to
there.
remember this.
But so luckily, we all had this thing. It was a smart and also dumb thing at the same time. But we would leave our phones back at whoever's house we were
Yeah.
at, so we didn't lose them. But that also meant no communication. And so I think one of us had our phones, but we were trying to get in contact with Alex. But we just ran the opposite direction the cop was at, which was through several fields. And we just started going through fields, and it was pitch black. Nobody had a light because nobody had their phones. And there was this, I still don't know where we were at, but all of a sudden we get through this tall brush. It is waist high brush. And there's small trees scattered throughout this brush we were walking through. And we're going up this hill while we're doing this. And I think maybe your brother might have been there. Cam might have been there after this one. I don't know. I think I remember him falling over or something. I could be wrong. Maybe this is a different time.
When
But we walked past this weird house. I'm pretty sure we walked through somebody in the middle of nowhere's backyard or something.
Oh, probably.
But I just remember the back of the house had gigantic windows. It looked like a lodge or something. It's you could just see the moon reflecting off of it. And then we ended up meeting him up at the next road over that we found. We said, "Hey, we're at this road."
Was this house by a gas station?
Yeah,
Okay.
house we were toilet prepping was by a gas station. You know the house we're talking about because we've been there more than once.
Yeah.
I was there.
I don't know.
Were you?
I don't know if I was there for this part.
Do you remember going through the field though?
Was it the one in Newport?
Yeah.
Yep. I was
You remember
there.
going through that field and
Now hold on. That was when. Didn't they show up? Didn't the people that lived there
that
show
was
up?
that was the first time we tried.
Okay,
toilet
I
papering
was there
them.
that time for sure.
Okay.
I don't know
I
about
think
the
I
second
We did
time.
it
I
a
think
second. The
I
first
think I
time
was there for the first time.
The first time you were, because so was your brother. First time I drove, and literally as soon as we showed up, someone pulled in the driveway. We ran back in my vehicle and bolted. The second time,
Didn't they follow you?
And that
Yeah,
was
because
something.
you're driving through my hometown.
I had my license for a week, 1 whole week, less than a full week.
Oh
Actually.
no, this was later than that.
No, definitely. I remember I just barely had my license, and you were like,
No.
"You got your license finally. You can drive. You could
That-
drive for this one."
If that's the time, I think I was 16. So I don't think
Unless we did it 3 times. I'm pretty sure we've been there more than I know we've been there more than once. It could have been 3 times. But there was a time where we got chased and I had my license for a week.
that was something. That was something.
I remember that.
And I remember we decided we had 2 vehicles. We decided we were going to split up, and luckily they followed the other guy and not me. And he was able to shake him. And I remember just being super panicky because like
That's
I don't know where I'm at. You're navigating me. I remember being like, "Which way do I go?" Like,
Oh, I
just-
do remember that because I was making fun of you for not knowing where the fuck we were.
Well, I'd only had my license for less than a week, so where the fuck do I go? Like,
I don't think I had my license at that point.
well, yeah, I'm just terrible at navigation.
Obviously.
But I'm just like romping on the gas, just going as fast as I can. I'm panicking. I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
Okay. Tell me the house.
It's the one right next to the gas station. And
That's Sunoco?
a little crappy gas station.
The one
there.
that's
Yeah.
And then behind the gas station, there's like brick wall and a house like up on the hill behind it. I mean, you drove, so I know you drove your green car.
Oh, you're gonna have to take a fucking field trip to show you, Alex.
I'm trying to remember this.
So I don't know if it was the first or second time we did it. We were actually paid to do it. Like they were like, "Hey, take this money, go get toilet paper."
Okay.
Because that was the time that I went.
I don't remember which one of the times it was that they paid us, but I do
They paid us
remember.
the last time. They said if you don't get away with it, you owe us it back. That's why we panicked so much. And I remember because the cop came around and I saw the cop. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go around the block sort of thing. See if I can get, because he was coming in the direction that I was.
Mhm.
So I was going to go around the block and try and meet you guys on the other side. Obviously, that didn't work as well.
Yeah.
I remember
I don't
everybody
think I
else.
was there for the cop. I think I was.
I don't
there-
think you were either.
I was there when Brady drove for
Yeah.
sure. Because I do remember navigating his ass now.
I remember that I panicked. I didn't know where to go, and then everybody was just like, "This way, this way." Like they all had a plan. And
Well, they were
somehow-
probably going back to Shorty's.
I don't know if they had like in contact with you without me knowing or what it was.
No.
But all of a sudden, like, I just remember, like, as we get up to this back road, all of a sudden they were like, "There's Alex," and I'm like, "How in the hell did he know to meet us here?"
That's because I went on the block.
I
was,
don't know
like,
if it was
the next-
coincidence or what, but
So, like, that would have been the next intersection that you guys would have gotten
That's
to
it.
running from the cop.
we're gonna have to take a field trip there, and then I'm just gonna have to start walking, go to this person's house, and just start walking through that field. I'm gonna find that weird house again. Because I just remember all of a sudden, like, the brush was super tall, and we were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Was the moonlight out that night?
Yeah, it was almost a full moon, if not a full moon.
Those are the best nights to go out because you don't have to worry about having a flashlight.
I mean, yeah, you can kind of see, but I mean, it's like with the tall brush, you couldn't see what was in the brush.
Yeah.
Right.
You were like
Well, I mean,
running into
like-
small trees, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was not fun. I probably was wearing shorts at the time too. I mean,
Actually, that time would have been in the winter.
It would have been cold out.
okay.
Yeah.
If you would have just had your license for a week, it
Yeah,
would've
you're
been
right.
cold.
At the time that I was along, you were older than that anyways, so sure it was like after that.
You might have been along the time we actually toilet papered him. I remember
We did.
Shorty's cousin was on the roof of the house because we knew the
Yep,
person wasn't home.
That's what I'm thinking of.
That's the one where we had to run.
Yes, we got
We had to run through the
chased.
field,
Yep.
and we
Could you imagine fucking coming home and there's just a kid standing on your roof?
he climbed the TV tower.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, like, be like, why?
That's
Fuck
probably
down.
that's probably the best we ever toilet papered anybody as well. Like that was well, okay. I can think of one other instance actually.
We got to get back into that.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm
Yes.
too old for that. I can't run anymore. Fuck.
Oh, that reminds me. So the first time I remember having to like admit that I was getting fat was when we toilet papered down the road from your house. And then we almost got caught. So we sprinted back to your house and your brother was passing me at really good speeds.
Okay, which one?
Cam.
Cam? Okay.
He was passing me at good speed. And I remember he was just like, "I thought you used to be fast." And I remember just being like, "What the fuck just happened? How in the hell?" I mean, he was in football and stuff, but like,
right.
Before that, I was like one of the fast ones.
Yeah, you and Brennan used to be the fastest in the friend
Yeah,
group.
and then I had to admit that I was fat at that point. Like I was like,
And that's
damn.
when Brady got depressed.
That's what made me realize I'm
Those were the
fat
Bobby
now.
Hill days.
Brady,
Yeah.
Brady, show me your wrists. Okay, you're clean. The other one? You're clean.
What do you think I was doing?
Putting
I
your
cut
wrist.
myself? I actually can't remember how I cut that. Oh, that was that aluminum.
Aluminum.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Aluminium, as the Brits say.
The aluminum falcon.
Damn it.
It took me a second there. Yeah, we used to have a lot of times where we go toilet papering and stuff would just go wrong.
Those were the best times.
They
though.
were.
Mostly
adrenaline
because-
rush?
Oh my god.
You guys remember getting Shorty's dad?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't along for that, but
Oh, that was good.
And then he had security cameras. And then didn't I don't know if I should talk about that part.
I don't know
No,
if we should talk
shouldn't.
about it.
Nah,
We'll just
I ain't gonna
leave
bring
that
it.
one.
I didn't
Yeah.
say anything, motherfuckers.
That's all going to be one big bleep.
There was
or just cut it out.
there was another time I remember we went toilet papering, and basically what it was is our driver, which would be Shorty, he had a standard cab short bed Ford Ranger.
Oh my god, I fucking missed that thing. I
And-
see those things all the fucking time.
The Splash Rangers.
I saw them in what colors?
There's a red one that's always at Walmart.
I saw a red one.
Seen a black one, I think.
Yeah, but I've seen the black one. I want to say I saw a yellow one.
Yeah, they make yellow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think they
I
made
saw
blue,
one yellow.
yellow, red, black. I think that might be it.
There actually is one. He works in town. He drives one just like it.
Just like it.
Oh yeah.
But
I see it a lot at work. But I was actually texting him. Like every time I see one, I'll take a picture and send it
Yeah.
to Shorty. I'm like, dude, man, they're like the fucking Thanos Infinity Stones. You gotta collect them all.
but it's literally a standard cab short bed, step side. So very small bed.
Yeah.
And three of us piled up in the back. And basically, what our goal, like they think it was three in the back, and then maybe like one or two people in the cab with the driver. And our plan was he would just drop us off at a house of his choosing, and he would just drive around the block and come back around.
I remember those.
Because it was quick, one and done. You just had just enough time for him to make a lap around the block, and then he got back in and went. And I was riding in the bed, and I remember there was one house we hit where we did the same thing where we're like, none of us had our phones, and we have no way of contacting him. And we didn't think it'd be an issue because he's just going around a block, but it also means that since it's pitch black, he can't see us.
Yeah. And we're all wearing black, so the homeowners can't see us either.
I remember
remember
he passed us by, and he was like wondering where in the hell we were because I think we heard something in the house, so we started walking down the road towards where he would be coming from. And then he figured we'd still be at the house. So he couldn't see us, and we're like trying to wave him down, but he can't see.
I remember that. We got like 4 houses that night.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was basically, all right, stop. He stopped. All right, grab the toilet paper, go. He skirts, comes back around, skirts again, hop back in the truck.
I mean, we
It was
hopped
awesome.
back in the truck like fast.
Like we ran as
I
soon as we started
remember
hearing
His
him coming.
cousin was literally climbing over the tailgate, and he thought everybody was in the vehicle, and he hits the gas, and he about falls off the back until I like reached over, grabbed him, and yanked him into the bed of the truck. Like if I wouldn't have yanked him in the bed of the truck, he'd have fell back off the back of the truck.
Do you guys remember the days of glittering people?
I never did that.
I did that. I did that as revenge. I never did it to anybody straight out.
Oh, I got a story after this.
You guys remember the glitter forever in my van?
What about Glitter Dick?
Oh God.
He got hit like 3 or 4 times, and he earned that nickname.
Well, he also hit each person that hit him. So
Yeah.
There's an instance I was thinking of where Shorty's cousin, you know which one I'm talking about.
Of course.
He's also my cousin, but why ever
Yeah,
say he's my cousin?
Good point. Yeah, I always forget about that. but he had an issue with another guy that we were sitting with
Oh no.
down in Shorty's basement. And I didn't know that they were like arguing. They were just arguing over text. We were sitting in silence watching TV, and they're arguing over text, which is like the weirdest way to do this. And they randomly both just get up without saying anything and basically have a let's step outside and settle this as real men moment, but without saying a word, just all over text. And so they're upstairs. Or actually, they went out to the yard and like threw. I think the guy that I would consider to be the douche in the situation, not Shorty's cousin,
Yeah.
decided to throw a cheap punch. And then they were arguing upstairs, and we were sitting in the basement just listening to them scream at each other. You have video of this, don't you? You had video of it.
I don't know about
If
video.
anybody here, it'd be you, Brady,
Yeah,
because
it'd
you
be
are
you.
the camera guy.
Maybe you took the video of it on my phone. I might have to look. You were videoing.
I was there. I remember being there. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were videoing this. But I remember as revenge, after the whole argument, Shorty's cousin went out to the guy's vehicle he's having an issue with, and I don't know if the viewers know what liquid ass is.
So that's
Or
the thing.
fart spray, whatever you gotta call it. It smells terrible.
So I just want to fill in some detail here. So after they had their little spat, the cousin said he was going to leave and go, and the guy he was having the spat with stayed.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
But instead of being like a normal person and just spraying a couple spritz of liquid ass in
He
his
dumped
vehicle,
the whole fucking
he
bottle.
dumped the entire fucking bottle into his seat. Like, this is ruining an entire car.
Actually,
level.
it wasn't even his seat.
car. It was his
girlfriend's
girlfriend's.
seat. Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that.
This
now.
is like ruining a car interior level of
Yeah.
like getting back at somebody. He deserved it, but
Oh, every bit of it.
It would've
and
been
he
a lot
should have known
funnier if it was
better.
His car, though.
yeah.
He should have known better not to let him go out there by himself without supervising him, because he was going to do something like that.
He would have done anything he ever fucking wanted.
I also
to.
remember that Shorty's cousin was eating French fries while arguing with him. Like, he was being very smug about it. Like, he was just letting the other guy yell
I
at him
remember this.
while eating French fries. And I think he tried to slap a French fry out of his hand or something. I think he was pissed about it. He was pretty drunk. But that was a good time. Not at the time. At the time, we were all kind of pissed.
I mean, now we can laugh about it.
Yeah, now we can laugh about it.
Just thinking about all the fucking drama that happened back then.
The stupid drama.
And it was always the same people, normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you had to be such a dick, Brandon.
Oh, jeez.
You always started this shit.
I got another story about him and his liquid ass. So
Oh, okay.
he was at school and he really hated this study hall monitor. And so what he'll do is he'd go up and grab a tissue, and while he was old and couldn't notice anything that you did, what he'll do, squirts, go back to his seat. It was about 10 seconds after he got back to his seat. He looks over at the study hall monitor. She's just like sniffing real hard. She's like, ugh. She's looking around like, the fuck's that smell? She called the janitor. You go to the bathroom to make sure there wasn't like a sewage leak or anything going on. And then I think he went back up there again and did it like 3 or 4 more times.
He was a menace.
Never got caught doing it.
He was a
Absolute
menace
menace.
with this one container of liquid ass. I remember another instance where we decided we were going to go bowling. And he came along and he brought his bottle of liquid ass.
And he sprayed the urinal.
Yeah, we go to the first bowling alley. There's 2 bowling alleys pretty near each other, 2 different towns pretty near. And we go to the first one and they're super busy. And we're trying to decide if we're going to stay or not or go to the other one. And so he decides he needs to go to the bathroom. And then so does, I think, your brother.
Okay.
Decides he's going to go to the bathroom as well. Well, Cordy's cousin didn't need to go to the bathroom. He just decided he was going to go fuck around. And he took liquid ass spray and sprayed it in every single urinal. And then basically washed his hands and walked out. And then your brother went in there shortly after, not knowing he did this.
I was
And then
not here for this.
some other guy went in there afterwards. Some random dude walked in, went straight in the bathroom, I remember we were standing there like waiting on him to get to the bathroom so we can leave because we decided we're gonna go check out the other bowling alley. And the guy that walked in just walks out and goes, "Holy shit, I gotta get out of here. It fucking stinks." We were laughing our asses off so hard. And then I remember your brother comes out and he was like, "Holy shit, somebody blew it up in there. It is so bad." And Blake is just losing it. I just remember the look on that guy's face though, because he thought for sure somebody blew this shit up.
It's always funny whenever he laughs real hard because his face just gets stupid fucking red.
Yep.
And like you just look over and you just can't help but fucking laugh.
That was
too.
such a good time.
Oh,
I've told that
damn.
story to my parents and several different people because it's such a good story.
Remember whenever your mom always thought that you were the big alcoholic,
Oh man.
and she thought you
no.
went out partying every single weekend until you had to prove her wrong.
She never believed me that I didn't
No.
drink. Never.
You want to explain to the viewers how you convinced her that you?
So I was, back to a party that got busted. She didn't believe me for the longest time that I didn't drink. Never believed me. She kept claiming that I was lying to her. And I was like, why would I lie to you? All my friends say they do it. Why would I lie to you about it? Well, we were at this party and it gets busted. And so our two options were our parents, if you're under the age of 18, your parents drive you home, or you take a breathalyzer test and then you can drive. But your parents have to be present for a minor to take the breathalyzer test. So I decided I wanted to get my car out of there so I didn't have to come back tomorrow. I'll just take the breathalyzer test. And I had already decided that. But my mom was just like, "Are you sure you want to take the breathalyzer test? Like, if you get caught, it'd be a bad thing." And I was just like, "I'm not drinking." Like, we're having a small argument in front of
Mom!
the cop.
Shut the fuck up!
I was there. It was something to watch.
We are having an argument about this in front of the cop. She
The
did
cop
not
even
believe
told
me.
you that too.
Yeah,
He's like,
Yeah.
you realize that if there's any reading on this, I have to take you to jail.
I was like, well, there's not going to be any reading because I don't drink, and I was good to go. She did not believe me, and I still to this day, they give you the breathalyzer stick.
Mm-hmm.
I still have this stick to this day. The only breathalyzer test I've ever had to take.
Same here. I kept mine. Yep.
Were you sober?
Yes.
Both of us, yeah.
Because how'd that work? Because our parents were at my house.
Yeah, they were
you know,
together.
all four of them were together there on the fire, and well, the cop called. I think he called my mom.
Yeah, because we had to write down our a parent and guardian phone number.
Yeah.
So they basically said if you don't call them and tell them, we're gonna call and tell them
So
that
then
you're here.
I did, and then I told her basically what was going on. That the park got busted. Neither of us were drinking. Obviously, you weren't. At least it was all. Oh my god.
Yeah, she called me because I remember thinking, what am I gonna tell her? Like, I know I'm not drinking, but I still felt like she was gonna be mad. So I didn't want to call her, and then she called me, and I'm like, oh damn it. I remember answering the phone and being terrified, and then she just wasn't mad about it. I also remember driving home that night. My dad rode home with me. He was drunk. And we were driving past a local bar just down the road from my house, and some dude was walking home drunk and was walking through the middle of the street. And my dad's got terrible sight, especially in the dark. He did not see him at all. And he was wondering, why in the fuck are you slowing down? I'm like, there's a guy in the middle of the street. I'm not gonna hit him. It's like, what guy? And then only until we got up to it and he got off to the side of the road did dad finally see him. He's like, oh, that guy.
This thing, because when your dad gets drunk, he starts getting those
The
squinty
squints.
eyes.
He had the squints.
The Asian red beard.
I mean,
That's it.
his eyesight's terrible in the dark anyways, but
The first time my mom found out I got drunk, it really threw me off whenever she found out because I didn't think she found out. She recently got a big hair change, completely changed up her hairstyle, and it threw me off. I'm like, oh wow, nice haircut, and then she just starts yelling at me. I was like, wait, what? And Dad's sitting right next to her, doesn't say a fucking word, and that whole time I'm like, you don't give a fuck. I'm like, it's only her that's mad. Dad don't give no shits.
First time I got drunk was at my uncle's property in Southern Ohio. So I was there with my dad. The next morning, he tried to get me to prove that I had it. Tried to prove that I had a hangover. My God, I can't talk. Prove I had a hangover.
Are you drunk?
Are you
What
drunk
the
right
fuck?
now?
Jesus
You
Our-
are
our
Christ.
drunk off your
delay-
ass.
Our delay on our headphones right now is pretty bad.
Yeah. He tried to prove I was hungover. So he had me like shake my head and all this sort of shit. Dared me to drink milk when we went to Bob Evans. All that sort of shit.
Did you drink milk?
Yeah.
Did you throw up?
No, but I felt like it.
So you got really close.
I got really close.
Would he have gotten mad that you did get drunk, or did
No, he was just trying to fuck with me.
Oh,
What about? I feel like your dad was more mad about it than I was expecting.
Oh, you guys want to hear that story?
Sure.
yes,
Sure.
we
Love
do.
to.
Yeah, we got fucking time.
Okay, so mom had suspected for a while, but I kept it a secret just because that's who I am.
Mhm.
Whatever, it's no big deal.
Turns out Brendan's fucking a guy. Go ahead.
Oh fuck, it's Pride Month. You can't say that.
I can't say that, you asshole.
I mean, if you want to come out, this is the time.
Jeez.
Now is the perfect time, actually.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so
He's drinking
mom found out
non-alcoholic
Oh.
beer. Come on, you gotta know he's fucking people,
Mom
not
found out-
girls.
a while before. It's not a big deal to her. So it was at a grab party, and got drunk. Is what it is.
No big deal.
So I got dropped off, and one of our neighbors was having a grab party that same night. It's about midnight ish. Oh, I want to say, and they had lights and music on over there. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna walk over there, see what they're doing. I got some beer left, whatever.
Anytime Brennan's drinking and he doesn't want to go home, he always finds a party. I don't know how. Like, parties are just a magnet to this motherfucker. He always ends up finding them.
Hey, when I don't want to go home, I gotta do something.
It's like you look at your Snapchat like, hey, there's a bunch of people here. I'm going to go here.
Actually, I don't use that Snap app.
I kind
No.
of forgot that was a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Actually,
I just threw myself on ghost mode a long time ago and just let it go. But anyways,
Like I said, he's fucking a guy. Go on.
jeez. So I go over there, have a good time. Everyone like, hey. So it's about an hour and a half later.
Mm-hmm.
I stumble home. Mind you, I threw up on the way walking over there.
I love a good puking rally.
still decided you weren't done.
Yes. So I get
If there
home.
wasn't a sign from God.
I get home. I mean, I'm visibly stumbling and slurring words and everything. I mean, they get it. Whatever. And I throw up in the toilet again. Then I was just like, son, just go to bed. Okay, whatever. So the man didn't talk to me the whole next day.
Wow.
You have to know him and how he operates. He gets it from his dad. He was the same way. Dad didn't talk to me the whole day. And then it happened to be that was on a Saturday. So Sunday, Monday rolled around. He was in our local store and ran it into the woman whose house I went to. And she's like, "Oh man, your son is so much fun. He reminds me so much of you." And then
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he wanted to hear.
And so then he gets home and he tells me that. He's like, son, I just don't know what to think about that. What are you supposed to think about that?
So you're telling
I mean, you
me-
think it's a bad thing?
You're telling me he never fucking did that when he was younger?
Yeah, exactly. And thinking he did much worse than I did. So
I remember my dad sitting me down and be like, hey, I don't care. Just don't fucking drive.
I got a question. So when you say your dad didn't talk to you, did you attempt to talk to him and he just say silence, or did you guys just avoid each other the whole day?
like I would try to say something, whatever, and he would just give like a little short
The
answer,
blank
whatever.
stare. Nothing. Just dead silence.
So,
Oh,
Stone cold.
and the thing is, this wasn't the only time that he did either. So, like later on in the summer was that time we talked about earlier when I came home and I had to have mom help me in.
okay.
Didn't talk to me the whole next day after that.
You want to know something? When Cam came home with his tattoo, my dad and mom are like religious against tattoos.
Hmm.
And when when Dad found out, Cam went out in the garage. He's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I got a tattoo." And he was like, "Oh wow." I think those are the last words that Cam heard him say out from his mouth for like 3 months.
Holy shit.
Granted, Cam wasn't living in the house,
Yeah.
but still, not even a text.
Yeah.
Not like whenever he like come home. I don't think he heard a word from Dad for like 3 months.
And I think the second time it happened, he's kind of like, oh, well, it is what it is. I mean, I can't stop it now. We drink together all the time, so it's no big deal. But it was just odd. It's like, why? Why gotta be that way?
So, okay, what if it was going through his head that it was like he's not old enough to do that yet, because like you are his oldest child, and he probably wasn't prepared for that to happen quite yet. You know, like he just didn't know how to parent it. Maybe.
I mean, he started like, I know the first time I drank, I was 16, and he started when he was like 13 or 14. So I don't think that was much of a big deal.
I
Maybe-
remember.
Maybe he just expected more out of you, Brennan. Maybe you're just a fucking disappointment, man.
I mean, if you see my sister, I think I'm the one that's got the most going for me.
Okay.
I remember there was times where, like, when I was during the time period my mom didn't believe I didn't drink. Anytime I'd go out, I'd come home, and like, you come home at 2 a.m. or whatever, and my mom would try to find any reason to like accuse me of drinking. Like there was one time, I think there's probably just like a shoe sitting in the living room, and my mom was like, sitting down on the couch, she'd fall asleep on the couch or whatever, and I tripped on the shoe. And she goes, "Have you been drinking?" And I'm like, "No, there's a shoe in the middle of the living room, and it is pitch black at 2 a.m. Am I not allowed to trip up when I'm not, when I'm completely sober?"
No.
Apparently, you're just a perfect person if you're sober, I guess. Can't make any mistakes. Yeah, she would accuse me of stuff like that a lot,
We
though.
expect perfection, Brady.
Or like she would accuse me of slurring my words. I would like stutter or something, and she would just be like, "Have you been drinking?
Okay.
Go."
You guys want to hear the story about the time that my dad found out I smoked weed before?
Fuck it. We're running long anyways. Might as well.
So me and him were planting trees in the front yard, using the skid loader and stuff.
You been smoking weed, boy?
No, and I was playing music through my phone on a speaker, and Last Dance with Mary Jane came on, and I was just getting out of the skid loader when it was coming on, and he was singing it or whatever. And he asked, "You ever dance with Mary Jane?" I said, "A couple times."
Oh, jeez.
He said, "What's it like?" Not getting mad at me.
Granted, you were older at this point.
I was 17. No,
No.
18.
You
I was
were-
18.
You were out of high school.
Yeah, I was barely out of high school, but I was out of high school.
I
You
do have a story to tell about that after we're done with the podcast, but I can't say it on the podcast.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, you guys want to finish her up, or you got another story?
I think we've gone long enough. I'm impressed with how this episode went.
Went pretty
If
good.
there's still anybody listening at this point in the podcast, kudos to you.
I like these kind of pods.
Because this whole episode was pretty much going to be a shit show because we had nothing to
I
talk
just
about.
hope they enjoy it.
This is how we imagined the podcast from the beginning.
Yeah.
Just kind of like when we sit down and talk about stories, but just doing it for the internet. This is how this
was the original idea.
this came out. I like this one.
We mainly started doing this just to start hanging out with each other more because we hardly
Yeah.
ever did beforehand.
Well, also, too, before we end, if you're still here, follow us on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok now.
TikTok.
Yeah, we got a TikTok now,
So Twitter and TikTok are BL Hooligans.
I believe.
Yes.
We'll have to check with
I know those.
social media manager Sav.
And then YouTube, we are our full
Whole
title,
thing.
Borderline,
Borderline
Hooligans,
Hooligans.
on YouTube.
I want to say Instagram's also BL Hooligans.
I think Instagram is BL Hooligans as well. But if you look Borderline Hooligans
We're
up
gonna
on
have to-
any of them,
We're gonna have to try to do this a little more professionally in the future, but yeah.
I'm like 95% sure it's just YouTube. That's the full.
yeah, it's just YouTube. The rest is BL
Well, I
Hooligans.
mean, Spotify, Borderline Hooligans, but
yeah.
If
But
you like us, tell your friends.
oh yeah, definitely do.
We can't afford advertisements, so you are our advertisement. So please do that. Rate the show,
like and share.
like and share.
Yeah, like and share. Follow us on Spotify, and any other social media, and also subscribe on YouTube. Oh, in the future, we do plan to do more than just the podcast. We're working on it.
And if you have any ideas of what we could talk about, feel free to send them to Twitter.
Yeah, add
Instagram.
us on Twitter with them.
Whatever
Please.
social media you want to try to hit us up, whatever.
You guys are our friends. We'd love to talk with you about it.
But yeah.
I would
So-
roll my dice, but I don't know where it's at, so
Is it behind the keyboard?
I can't see.
Set up.
Got one in.
Did Ren get in here?
We'll just have to double roll, I guess. I swear that Aaron's got mine though.
No, this is mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, mine was clear.
Is that clear? Yes.
I'll just roll somebody else's a second time.
God, Brady, you're so irresponsible.
got in here.
It'll be okay. We'll
Alright,
just,
let's do
somebody
it.
else will roll twice.
Yeah, I'll just roll twice. I'll
Roll
have to look for.
pair of dice.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
2.
7.
I also got a 2.
Okay, so highest
Oh wow!
is Brady.
So
Gang.
help me.
18. So I'm doing it next
I was gonna
time.
say, so help me. I did it with a 7.
You did 13 last time. You
That's
get it
pretty
with a-
low, yeah.
You get it with a 7, you get double fucked.
Alrighty, so next time you get to hear my voice first.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Yay.
It's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna come up with a whole like theater.
I don't
Things to
recommend
do.
listening to the first 30 seconds of the next podcast.
That's it. The introduction is gonna last 5 minutes.
We're just going to skip fucking Alex's part. We're just going to start talking. He's not going to introduce anybody.
He's just doing the soliloquy from Hamlet. To be or not to be.
Oh, fuck.
Just go on. On.
On.
Like
on.
Brady. Maybe we should have Brady do that one time.
Yeah,
Hey.
there we should go.
Anyways.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the podcast. See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Remember, kids, don't drink and drive.